Now, most of us men find it difficult to shop, and when it comes to finding the right blazer, we can never find the right fit. So today on ANOKHI Daily Spotlight TV, we are at Gotstyle, and we'll be speaking to Sharad Mohan, men's style expert, and he'll be showing us the tips we need to know to find the right blazer. So Sharad, thank you so much for joining us on the show today.
Thank you very much for having me.
I'm super excited because guys need to be educated about how to dress well. Now,
Yes.
South Asian men especially don't know how to dress, and the women in our community will tell us that. But men in general have a hard time finding something suited to their body type, especially blazers.
Yes.
So when it comes to blazers, what are the 3 general rules of thumb?
When it comes to a blazer, is the shoulder,
Okay.
the sleeve, and the length of the jacket.
Okay.
Rules of thumb: the shoulder should never go further than the natural curve of your shoulder.
Okay.
So it should fall much like your blazer is right now, fall very cleanly. The second rule is the sleeve length. A lot of guys are still in that old mentality that it's down to your knuckle.
Oh, annoying.
Not the case. And the last thing being the length of the jacket. Rule of thumb: it should cup right underneath your knuckles. Okay. So you stand there and you hold your arms by your side and then you curl your fingers up. If it's longer than that, the jacket is too long for you.
So Sharad, we're joined by this gentleman here, and he's of a slender body type.
Yes.
Now, what are the basics for a blazer with someone with a thinner body type?
So what we try to do here was, obviously we went with a slightly more formal look, but right off the bat, when you are of a slender body type, you can definitely wear lighter colors. We went with a really nice light gray jacket. Secondly, one thing that's really, really great is a 2-button jacket. It's classic, it's no fuss. With a slender body type, you can even go down to a 1-button. The third thing that is really great about this jacket is the shoulders. So when you are of a slender body type, you want more structured shoulders. So even a jacket with maybe some shoulder pads is great because it gives you more form rather than really making you look even skinnier than you already are. With an athletic body type, one of the trickiest, in fact, contrary to popular belief, dressing an athletic body tends to be a lot trickier.
Okay.
Because they tend to have broader shoulders but really tiny waists. So, you always find that you've got space in the waist, that's always a problem.
Yeah.
So, since we're talking about the fit, a couple of things with athletic people that I really, really recommend noticing is the lapel, how the lapel sits against the jacket.
Okay.
If you're finding that it's doing this, where you're seeing the pucker, that's an automatic no. The jacket is too snug or the cut is not right for you. And like the single button, much like if you've seen Hugh Jackman on the runway, he wears a single button, but he also goes double-breasted.
Yes.
He carries that off very well because he's got an exceptionally well-tailored double-breasted. When you're an athletic build, I would not jump into a double-breasted right off the bat. Stick with the 2-button like we have here, something which has a slightly lower drop. The drop is where your first button meets, right? So this area is what really helps accentuate the silhouette, right? We've gone with darker shades because now you're getting into a slightly bigger body type. But pattern on pattern is really great because it adds character without adding like too much loudness that can make your body shape look misproportioned.
Okay.
And with respect to the shoulders, now you want to start looking into slightly softer shoulders.
Okay.
Because you already have very pronounced shoulders.
already
You don't
so
need
built.
something
I
even
got it.
more
Yeah.
exaggerated than that.
A lot of men in the South Asian community are a lot larger on top, especially the shoulders, and we get slimmer as we go down,
Yeah.
So I'm definitely, in this category, and I'm definitely going to listen to some of the tips you have to tell me now.
Well, let's just identify the fact that just because you're huskier doesn't mean that you don't have options. There's some really, really great options out there. You just need to make the right choices.
Okay, got it.
So like we have here, we went against any pattern, right? So we picked more solid colors because they're always more flattering for a larger body frame. But having said that, you really can switch it up with the fabric. Secondly is the shoulders. Like we were mentioning previously, as you are getting into a larger frame, softer shoulders are always more ideal. And thirdly, what I would love to mention is the space. Here's a great rule of thumb that works for all body types.
Okay.
Close your fist and put it between your belly button and your top button.
Okay.
If you can't do that, the jacket is too tight.
Okay.
If you can do that, and there's no extra pull, then the jacket fits you perfectly. But if you do this and you can still put another hand in there, then it's too much room and the jacket is not meant for you. Another great element when you're dressing a slightly larger guy is to note the lapel size.
Okay.
You don't want the lapel to be too narrow because it's just going to look very, very misproportioned. You have a great lapel size for your body type because it proportions you. The last thing I would love to mention when it comes to larger frame guys is the length of the jacket. Oftentimes they ignore that element, and that automatically makes you look a lot shorter and a lot stockier than you are. I would definitely recommend at shorts. In any store, jackets come in long, regular, and short.
Okay.
So they may want to look at short options, assuming that they're not 6 feet tall.
Okay.
Like, look at the short option because it probably frame their body a lot better.
Well, that's it for our show today. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you to Sharad for showing us these tips and tricks to help us men find the right blazer. For more of our show, you can catch us at ANOKHImedia.com and our YouTube channel. And don't forget to interact with us on Facebook and Twitter.